In my email, I'm going to say the following. Now, a $60,000 Silverado for about $500 a month. That's right, Chevy has more Silverados than Ford does of its F150. The news gets even better because the Silverado has a 60, and assuming the most important thing, my name is Ari, and I used to negotiate cars for a living. First as a dealer, and second as a private car broker here in Boston. What I'd like to do is show you how I would use a Chevy dealer 6% built-in profit margin to get a $60,000 Silverado for about $500 a month. Together, let's dive into the dealer's invoice cost on it, inventory levels across the US, current promotions and lease deals, and at the very end, I'll give you exactly word for word what to say to get the dealer to practically give this thing away. Sound good? Hop in. Right now, Chevy is sitting on about 75,000 Silverado 1500s, and contrary to what you might expect, Ford has only 60,000 F150s. That's right, Chevy has more Silverados than Ford does of its F150. I was not expecting this at all, and honestly thought it would be doing the opposite. However, it doesn't seem like Chevy has the problem that Ford has, which is that they don't have many 2023 still sitting there. Yeah, they've still got about 6,000, but of their overall inventory, it's only making up a very small percentage. For those of you that love to come on to this video to find out about the lease payment, let's dive into that first tonight. Because we've got about 19,000 LTs in stock at the moment for these calculations, I wanted to pick out a 2024 LT crew cab with an MSRP of about $61,605. Chevy dealers have an invoice price on paper of about 6% between invoice and MSRP. However, most professionals know to double down on this when they go to negotiate a Silverado. Me personally, I'm targeting about 12% off on this lease, so a final discounted price of $54,212. Now hear me out, because this rebate is huge if you're planning on leasing. However, it's available even if you're going to be purchasing. Right now, Chevy is offering $2,500 for loyal Chevy customers. However, if you're leasing and you're in a different kind of vehicle, 2019 or newer, you can still qualify for a $1,500 conquest incentive. I've factored in the conquest incentive as well as $1,000 in lease cash coming from GM. The news gets even better because the Silverado has a 64% residual at 36 months for 12,000 miles a year, and an ultra low 0.00177 money factor, which as an APR would come out to about 2.83%. Now plugged into the lease calculator, assuming both a scenario with no discount, so at full MSRP, and another one at 12% off MSRP, assuming you're giving just your startup inception fees due at start, and assuming the most important thing, that you've hit like and subscribe, we'd be talking about $721 at full MSRP, and listen, $505 at 12% off. That's sick. That is awesome. I was not expecting $500 on the Silverado with only 12% off. Total interest that's being paid over the course of a 3-year lease is a bit high at about $5,800. Now, if you're planning on purchasing, Chevy is offering 1.9% at 36, 2.9% at 48, and 3.9% at 60, and a 5.9% rate at 72 months for those of you that need a little bit more time to stretch out the payment. Don't do it. But yeah, you know what I mean. Assuming that you got it at 12% off, subtracted the $750 in bonus cash that's being offered, it'd get you to a 5-year payment of $964. Again, this is not including your state's taxes and your dealer fees. Interest that's being paid on the scenario is actually less than the lease scenario. You're paying about $5,300 total over the 5 years. And if you're going to keep it for about 5 years, expect about 54% of its value to stay intact, and at 7 years, expect about 44%. However, let's talk about if purchasing for the long haul is actually a good idea. I'm not really feeling what Consumer Reports had to say about that in particular. It got a 56% out of 100 rating, with predicted reliability being about 29 out of 100, and only 66% of owners saying they'd consider getting it again. Gathering what I could from search results, it seems like electrical issues really plague the Silverado, and this isn't just one or two complaints, it's years and years of subsequent complaints. From what I'm projecting, I think you can expect a resale in 5 years of about $34,000 and a trade-in in 5 years of $27,000. If you're looking for a used one right now, according to Car Guru's data pulled on the date this video was posted, they were showing about 7,000 2020 to 2021 Silverado 1500s with less than 40,000 miles, with the average LT rated a great deal by Car Gurus, listing out for about $36,000. Listen, I'm all about doing the responsible thing. I just don't think that buying a car and judging responsible as being what the most financially sound decision is as being actually responsible. I think you also have to think about long-term reliability and how that will impact you and how you make money with that Silverado. I think you should lease the Silverado, but if you plan on doing major miles with this thing, just buy it a year or two used and run it into the ground if you can. It makes no sense to purchase it brand new unless you just can't find what you're looking for used. So after perusing through cargurus.com, I'd probably go and collect about 5 to 10 new Silverado listings that I like or love or just am whatever about, but just would work. I'd collect them from different dealers and send each individual dealership an email. I can usually find out the dealership's sort of sales manager's email address simply just by going on that dealership website and going to the Meet Our Team section. In my email, I'm going to say the following. Now, dear sales manager, my name is Ari and I'm currently shopping around for a Silverado as well as an F150 and a Ram 1500. I saw a truck on your lot that I'm considering purchasing and wanted to know if you'd be open to making a deal on it. I am looking for a final out the door price on it, no more than $55,000, including all fees and taxes. I do not currently own a Chevy now and am not trading in a vehicle. I've got excellent credit and was looking to finance using the promotional APR. I am not in a hurry to buy. However, I can sign a deal as soon as needed. Do you think you can get me close to this number? Best wishes, Ari. Leave it at that for now and watch them get aggressive in their response. The reason why I said $55,000 out the door is because our final discounted price before tax, if you can remember, was about $54,000, which would definitely be way over $55,000 after taxes and fees. If we cap ourselves at $55K, knowing we're probably going to end up closer to $58K, we buy ourselves a little bit of buffer instead of shooting for $58K and going up from that point. I made this video a few years back that people really love, and I want you to watch it if you're looking for some tactics that I would use to negotiate the Silverado 1500. So definitely check that out, and I will see you on the next one.